My name is Ava Tintle, and I'm here today on behalf of the LTV Community Intern Project. Today, I'm with Miss Jenna Pierro, a guidance counselor and varsity lacrosse coach at East Hampton High School. I've actually had the pleasure of playing with her for a few years now, so thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. To begin, I would like to ask you about how your experience playing women's lacrosse at the collegiate level has impacted your strengths in the outside world.
So playing lacrosse at the collegiate level was like an awesome experience for me. I learned so much about myself as a person and as a player.
Yeah.
And I was really, fortunate enough to have a great team and a great group of girls to be around. So we connected, really well. And now even being, years out, just the networking that I have from being part of that team is awesome to use in the real world.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And what were the motivating factors that influenced your decision to coach women's lacrosse?
Well, once my collegiate career was over, I definitely didn't want to give it up.
Yeah.
So I had such a love for the game of lacrosse, and I really wanted to, share that love and spread that love. And, another way to do that is by coaching. And the game has grown tremendously since, I've played, but, keeping up with the game and becoming knowledgeable on it, and then, spreading that to my players and my athletes is really awesome, and it's great to watch. Yeah.
And do you believe there's a correlation between athletic involvement in success in other areas? And if there is a correlation, what characteristics are developed through participation in athletics that can help them in the future?
Certainly. Yeah, there's definitely a correlation. I mean, being an athlete, you do have to have, that skill for the sport, but there's so much, else that goes into it. I mean, being accountable, being responsible, dedication, working hard, and most importantly, teamwork.
Yeah.
I think knowing how to work well with a team and others is huge, and that's a lot that you can use in the real world.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And how do women specifically become more confident or self-assured in their abilities through playing on an athletic team?
Practice. That cliche saying, like, practice makes perfect. It's true. Like, if you just continue to practice, you're going to build the confidence through that. And you're going to end up seeing positive results. And I also think that it's really important to understand that, like, it's okay to fail at times. You're not going to always get it on the first try. You might not get it on the second try, even the third. But continuously trying and practicing, those positive results will come. Yeah.
And recently, as you know, the women's lacrosse coaches have been speaking out about the treatment of their players in comparison to the men's teams in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
And so do you believe that this poor treatment of women in the NCAA tournament has effect on their play during these games?
I think, to be honest, just like college athletics in general has become, so much more popular. And I think a lot of that is because of the different, social media platforms now. Like you have Instagram, you have different apps, you have ESPN, so you can watch games just at your fingertips. I know, like, for me personally, I've watched so much more than I ever have, so I think with that, it's awesome, and there's a lot of positive that comes from that, but everything is in the limelight, so if something goes wrong or there's little things that happen, that's where it could cause some negativity. And I think just in general, every athlete's gonna go through that. And so you have to kind of just stay confident in yourself, but stay confident in your team, and kind of try to put that behind you and, like, brush it off and just say, you know what, we've worked way too hard for this. Like, we got this. we're a team, we could do it. But, you know, again, in the world that we're living, we have to be able to balance that, you know, social media aspect as well.
Yeah. And finally, do you have any suggestions about how our community, as well as its schools, could encourage more women to participate in organized sports?
Yeah, I mean, getting them started at a young
Yeah.
age, you know, like that's what you need to build a program. And having, you know, athletes and like yourself and athletes who've played in college at the high school level come back and be able to teach to these younger athletes, I think is awesome. And, you know, they love it. They love to
Yeah.
see you and they gain confidence by watching you guys. You know, so having youth programs, having clinics, having camps,
Yeah.
spreading the word, having them come watch games, things like that. That's how you're going to be able to build.
Yeah. And I know there's like the East End Lacrosse Club, which has just started up, which
Yeah,
sounds exciting because I definitely agree that
yeah,
we need to start them younger so we can build the programs.
yeah.
And
Super exciting. I
build
mean,
it.
that's what you need to do to get them going.
Yeah. So
You
I'm
know,
excited
and most
about
importantly, like show them that it's fun
that.
because you play because you love it, you have fun with it. You know, so show them that they could do the same thing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Once again, I'm Ava Tintle, and I'm here on behalf of the LTV Community Intern Project. Thank you so much for tuning in.